Good morning, it's Jane Sleeth with Optimal Performance Consultants. Coming to you with a new series of home-based office ergonomics and human factors design. And just a quick explanation, ergonomics is about your furniture and your chair and how you're sitting. Human factors is actually broadening this to talk about your mental health, access to natural light, breaks that you're taking, air quality, etc. And we'll go into more depth. Some of what you're giving us in terms of feedback during our home virtual assessments that we've been conducting is we're finding that many of you are saying that you're sitting for longer periods of time than when you were in the office. You don't have colleagues coming by. You aren't going to the cafe to have a coffee and meet with someone. You're not going to meeting rooms, etc. So we need to build sitting and standing into your workday. And there's 3 ways to do that. One is that you take your laptop along with your laptop stand, or in this case, your heavy-duty ergonomic books, and you're going to bring that with you to your kitchen counter along with your external keyboard and your external mouse, and you'll be able to stand throughout the day. The trick is, and what the research shows, is it should be sitting for 30 minutes, stand for 30, back and forth. Use that as a guideline because you don't want to interrupt if you're in the middle of a WebEx call, for example, and then suddenly move your laptop. But that's your general guideline. The other way to achieve sitting and standing is actually to either purchase a desktop unit or, in this case, a sit-to-stand workstation. Be very careful when using the stipend or the monies that your employers have provided to you for your home office. You want to purchase either of the units from contract furniture manufacturers. They have more stringent safety standards than, for example, if you go to a large stationery store or office supply store. So be very careful and make sure that you're actually investing in the right furniture and equipment. And if you're not sure what that is, then give us a call and we can help with that. So how do we get sitting and standing using either the tabletop unit or the workstation? The one advantage of having a sit-to-stand workstation or a tabletop unit is you can actually lower the workstation so that when you're sitting, you get your feet flat on the floor and then you don't have to deal with a footrest, for example. You can also make sure once you've got that height that your laptop is at the correct height, you have your external keyboard, you have your external mouse. Then you make sure that the armrest on your chair is at the right height so that you're nice and neutral. I've sat here for 30 minutes. I want to make sure I move before I get any aches or pains. So what I'll do is I'll take my tabletop unit or the workstation and I'm going to raise that to the right height. So what is the right height? What we find more often than not is people raise their tabletop units or the workstation too high. And you know that's happening because your hand is higher than your elbow. When that happens, you can start to lose circulation into your hands, get tingling numbness. You can end up resting the edge against the edge of the workstation, and you also tend to raise the shoulders, which puts stressors on the trapezius muscle, which attaches between the shoulder and your neck. So what you want to do is get your chair out of the way, lower the workstation, and find that your wrist is at the same height as your elbow. You can dial that into some of these units that will actually show you the height in impressed memory, or alternatively, the little trick that we use in the office is that we'll put a little 3M sticky or a push pin into the wall so we know what your standing height is and your seated height. Either way, you want to make sure it's very easy transition. So we get you at the right height, wrists are equal with the elbow, your shoulders and the trapezius muscle are relaxed. The other thing you have to do when you're standing, push the laptop back, push your keyboard and mouse back as well, because you want to rest your forearm onto the workstation. Again, the same principle as using the armrest. To summarize, what you want to do is either work at your counter, desktop, sit-to-stand workstation. Make sure wrists are equal with the elbow, shoulders are relaxed. Push your laptop back, the keyboard and the mouse, and rest your forearm onto the workstation. And remember, 30 minutes as the guideline. Tomorrow, we will be having a discussion with one of our expert consultants, Maria Sulkin, talking about the impact of mental health when working in the home office. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.